Y'all Fuzion here, back with another reaction video. Today we have a double upload, so later on you'll be seeing some more stuff from us. We actually just reached 493 subscribers, so we're almost at that 500 mark. Thank you guys for watching and everything. But yeah, some first take. Steph Curry was asked who was better. Who was the best point guard ever? And he said himself. Realistically, like, there's only two conversations. Only two people that it could be, and that's Steph and Magic. I think I have Steph. Well, Steph's a better scorer, but who is a better point guard? If you're talking about true point guard, the assist numbers show that it would be Magic, but I think it's Steph. I think Steph just has everything. He can score as well as get his team involved. A great ball handler, great IQ. Yeah, you know how that is. Same thing with Magic. But their question is, who has the bigger impact on the NBA? Now, this could be framed in a couple different ways. Steph has changed how basketball is. Shooting threes is the most important thing that there is. Dunking, hell, even like the dunk contest changed because of the three-point contest got a whole lot better. Even these young kids, like, they all play like Steph Curry. Like, they're all deep shooters. You have the Trae Youngs, the Damian Lillards of the world. Not saying that they all got that deep shot from Steph, but I think because Steph's his comfortability with that shot, and how people are now seeing that it's okay to shoot that shot, all that is because of Steph. That being said, Magic was the first, quote unquote, pass first forward. He is, I think, a lot of players like Ben Simmons, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Victor Wembanyama, a lot of big men with guard skills. All that came from Magic. So that's why I think this conversation is a little bit more difficult than it looks. Who has the biggest impact, Steph or Magic? But let's go ahead and get started, see what they got to say.
Impact on the NBA, is it Magic Johnson or Stephen Curry?
Well, number one, Christine, let me say this. I agree with Steph Curry. Matter of fact, I said it after he won his fourth championship in his first NBA Finals, that he had just took over the throne of being the best point guard to ever play the game of basketball. That's number one. But when I think about impact, and I know Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball forever, but Magic Johnson, 6'9", at the point guard position, doing what he was doing in 1979 when he was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers on until he went on to retirement, he also changed the game. But here's the way that he impacted it the most. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird actually saved the NBA, to be honest.
Well, like, even beyond that, like, saving the NBA, they, again, changed the small forward position, that they made it more of a scoring position, a more all-around position. Even though Magic played the point guard, he has a small forward build. Same thing with Larry Bird. Larry Bird, he can score, he could pass. He had great IQ from that position as well. They have birthed like this whole new quote-unquote demigod league. Having the Paul Georges, again with the Victor Wembanyama's, and I'm missing like 4 or 5 more names who are those tall point guards. So even like despite the saving the NBA thing, which of course, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip this because I do want to see what Stephen A has to say. But even past what Perk is about to say, I think it goes even beyond that part of it.
Right, and that's a legitimate argument. Impact on the game, though. I think at the time Magic Johnson came into the NBA, they needed a shot in the arm for entertainment.
Okay.
And he took it to that level.
I disagree with both of y'all, but that's only because I was talking strictly basketball.
Gotcha.
When you take the stuff off the court that both of you, first you, Perk, you, Big Swag, that y'all brought up, there's no debating that, okay? I'm only talking on the basketball court. It comes down to this. Magic Johnson, I know he was 6'9". I know we didn't see anybody 6'9" that could do the things that he could do. We know how he revolutionized the game because Showtime was Showtime. Lord have mercy. I mean, could you imagine if he had gotten drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks instead?
Come on, Stephen A.
LA, it ain't La La, okay? And mad love and respect to my girl La La Anthony, but La La, when we say La La, before her, it was Showtime, it was LA. That was La La, okay? We got that. Let's fall back for a second, though, and understand this. Although he was the orchestrator and the engineer of Showtime, can't do that if you don't have Worthy on one wing. Can't do that if you don't have Norm Nixon or
But we saw what happened when Steph doesn't have his other pieces around him. I don't think Steph would be on this level without the Draymond Green type of player, someone who's a pass first guy, stronger on the defensive side, is the adjutant for the team, so the star doesn't have to be that adjutant, as well as Klay Thompson, who is just as good of a shooter, if not better, than Steph Curry. So I don't think it's fair to bring up because Magic had this guy, then I feel like you could counter and be like, well, Steph had these guys. So I don't think it's fair to bring up teammates here, just in my opinion.
Byron Scott on the other. Can't do that if you don't have Michael Cooper trailing. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong, you're orchestrating all this stuff. Can't do that without those pieces. You understand? Because we all loved Worthy finishing off a break, or Byron Scott finishing off a break. Steph Curry, think about this. We saw people marvel at what Magic was doing, and they really couldn't do it. They tried, but they really couldn't do it. We've seen, and they accepted that. We see the game has changed because of what the hell Curry has done. Now you've got Steve Nash with Mike D'Antoni and them boys in Phoenix sort of initiating it because Mike D'Antoni didn't want you playing defense. He wants you shooting the ball 7 seconds or less. You know, he wanted that kind of stuff going on. So we saw that. But when you look at Steph Curry, not only is he a spot-up shooter, he's a shooter off the dribble. He's a shooter from both corners, both wings. The key, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I mean, damn, you literally have to defend Steph Curry the moment he steps past half court.
No doubt.
He can literally pull up from 40 with ease. And so,
Yes, that's all true. Again, I think it's closer than it may seem. You can't really mention basketball point guards without Magic or Steph, but I still think how Magic, even after all of these years, is still impacting how the game is played. It's just crazy. You can't have all these tall point guards and then or these tall power forwards that play like point guards and how they play, and not say that Magic has the biggest impact. I don't know if that was like that clear, but yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. I've got Magic just because of this whole demigod nonsense. You know, I think Steph has overall impacted the younger kids more, but once you get to high school, college, AAU type style ball, I think it's more so Magic than Steph. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.